Yo, hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be continuing What If Naruto Was a Ghoul. Now, the reason why the other one cut out was because I got a robocall, and I can see if y'all are mad about that or y'all don't want to watch the series anymore. That's why, which is why I don't like recording anymore, because after I can decline one robocall before I start, before I start recording, and I'll go on and start recording. Then 20 to 30 minutes or even 15 minutes later, they'll call right back and it'll interrupt the recording. And I don't have the app where you can pause mid recording or anything like that. So the recording just keeps going. Well, the recording just stops altogether because I'm using an iPhone, obviously, if you couldn't tell by that. But anyway, back to the story. So, fuck. Before I get into the story, see, if you in the Discord, yeah, see, I started a new one, and this is my name, Shinobi L. It's an L, people, not an I, it's an L. It's Shinobi Shinobi L 3664. It's not that hard to remember. I said Shinobi IX after telling y'all niggas it was an L. See, I'm so fucking tired of people saying IX though. That shit blows. Anyway, back to the story. So, she disappears and Kakashi makes his way back to his team, and Guy notices the expression on his face, and the demeanor, how his demeanor changed, and not Sasuke. Guy was like, Kakashi, you good? And Kakashi just said we gotta keep moving. And Naruto, I can't explain it, bro. Okay, hold on. Now, I can't fucking. I'll make a video after this to explain it. But anyway, so Naruto basically tells Kakashi, well, not Kakashi, but tells Karin that she should really try not to dwell on the past. And she was like, what's that supposed to mean? And she stops, and Naruto was like, we have to kind of keep moving. And she was like, no, what do you mean by stop dwelling on the past? Now, mind you, she doesn't know anything about Naruto's past, or present for that matter. Besides, the fact that, he's running from something. So, she kind of, she gets, she's visibly getting mad. And Naruto was like, we can't stop and have this conversation now. We can do this any other time, but just not right now. They're coming. And we need to get, your situation under control. And Naruto he's just not queasy. He just doesn't like to see indentations, bite marks per se, because he did some research on his clan, and they can become cannibal if they don't have control. Kind of like how a ghoul in Tokyo Ghoul, if it wasn't fed, if they didn't get a lot of food or anything like that, they would just feed uncontrollably. And yeah, so it's basically what when Naruto sees that, he gets a little antsy. So she was like, Naruto was like, yeah, but we need to start going. And she was like, before you even came, did you know what I was going through at the time? Do you know anything about me? And Naruto was like, that doesn't matter right now. We need to go. And she was like, I don't have any parents that I'm aware of. My mom died because she was being forced to heal other people because me and her had the same unique ability. And Naruto was like, that doesn't. And she was like, of course you wouldn't understand. You probably have parents. And Naruto stops. And like he let like this his bit, like his emotions get the best of him. And he lunges at her, but he basically knocks her to the floor. And she's now in terror because she's seen what Naruto did to those other people. And Naruto looks at her and like was like, you think I have parents? Have you never heard of my clan? We're not a clan of people. We're like endangered. I'm probably the only other person left. What makes you think for a second that I actually have parents? And better yet, since you want to talk about, your situation against mine, okay, let's do it. I was an orphan when I was born. The thing that killed my parents is living inside of me. You know what that thing is? The nine-tailed fox, the strongest tailed beast in the world. So if I just so much as break focus, he can take control and destroy this entire planet using my body. And my own village didn't even like me. In fact, they didn't even fucking tolerate me. They either feared me, hated me, or just was all out disgusted by me. The one person that I thought, cared doesn't, or I can't find them. So while you had people that depended on you, whether it be willingly or forcefully, you had something better than I did. And that is debatable, but at the same time, you got to think about it. The people that took Kadeen and that were doing that, whether it was forceful or not, they depended on Kadeen and her mother. But at the same time, what the fuck was it? But at the same time, Naruto didn't have shit. Like, at nothing at all in the slightest. What did he have? At the start of the anime, what did he have? Aruka? What was he gonna do? I mean, yeah, he did some shit, don't get me wrong. But he didn't do nothing to stop them people from hating on Naruto. Them people still hate on Naruto to this day. Most likely. They just buried it. Because now Naruto's famous. Niggas didn't start liking Naruto until after he saved the village from pain. Because they got resurrected because of Naruto. So if Naruto would have saved the village from pain, and they wouldn't have known, they would have still hated Naruto. No matter what he did. And can't nobody change my mind. Wanna know why? Because I'm not wrong. Anyway, back to the story. So Naruto basically, as he's telling her this, some tears drop from his eyes. And then he hears Sasuke, he hears Hinata basically go like, there he is. And, well, he hears Neji, not Hinata, because, yeah. Naruto looks over and he just dips. He doesn't even bother to do anything. He just dips. And he leaves Kadeen there. And Kadeen's kind of shocked because she didn't expect that out of him. But before he had left, he told her that he was gonna eventually come back for her, but right now he doesn't want to see her. So if she intends on going with them, there's a possibility that he will attack her. And when they get to where she is, she's on the floor, she's just stunned. And Sakura comes up to her and she looks over and she's like, hey, you good? And Kakashi was like, what did he do? Well, not what like not Kakashi. I'm gonna say Guy did. Guy was like, what did he do? And Kakashi's just looking off in the area that he saw Naruto jump off in. And she didn't like. She got like Karin got up and just started like trying to get back onto the tree. And when she got up, like, cause she was right now in like a state of shock, basically, cause she wanted to, apologize to Naruto per se. And when she got up in the tree and she was chasing Naruto, and that means that she knew where Naruto was going. Meaning that if they could trail her and find out where Naruto was at, they can bring him back, willingly or unwillingly. So they, trail her. And she starts picking up speed, and Sasuke asks Kakashi, why don't we just knock her out and then interrogate her later? And Kakashi was like, that's not a good idea. And then they stop because she stops and she looks down and there's Naruto. But they're like I'm gonna say yeah, because she has the Byaku, because they have like 2 Byakugan users. I'm gonna say like a quarter of a mile away. Just to like make it seem more realistic, because to be honest, I don't think she would have, yeah, anyway. So she jumps down and she tries to, because she knows Naruto's there. She calls out to Naruto, and Naruto's just sitting there. And when she gets closer, Kakashi notices that Naruto's like Kagune is out. But it's not like out enough to where she could see it. It's just out to where like it's like poking out basically. And Kakashi was like, wait a minute, what? And what the fuck is that? So he starts moving, like he's trying to get there as quickly as possible. But before he can get there, Karin gets hit like by his Kagune. Like, she's not cut or anything because he used like the one of like the butterfly flap things. Also, I think I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right or if this just isn't her name at all. I think it's Hinami, if I'm not mistaken, from Tokyo Ghoul. Hers. Well, when she first unlocked her Kagune, when it was, her mother's and her dad's instead of, whatever the bullshit it was. Yeah, anyway. That's what it is. So he smacked her with that, like with that one. And like he asked her why was she here? And Naruto turns to her and sees Kakashi there. And then he looks like behind him and he sees like everybody else coming and he's like, oh, interesting to say the least. And Kakashi was like, wait, what? Like, he just changed altogether. Like, nobody's gonna point this shit out. Like, he literally just he just went from looking like the most broken person on the planet to the most least pleased person in the fucking forest. Like, the fuck? And Naruto looks and was like, oh, so how long did it take y'all to, find her after I left? Or was it right after I left? Like, a couple of seconds maybe. Or maybe she was so traumatized that she came and tried to apologize for my life the same way everybody else does, right? Maybe you know, I wanted to find something out, like something else. Because all I know is the Leaf Village. I wanted to go see what the other villages were like. I'm strong. I could do it. And he's shaking. Like Naruto's like his arm, like his hands and stuff are shaking. And then like Kakashi was like Naruto, and he looks at Kakashi because he wasn't looking. Well, let's say Hinata says Naruto, and Naruto looks, and she like asks him, "Is he okay?" And Naruto's like, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just awoke now due to my circumstances. I think it's better if I don't have any friends or anybody that knows of my existence for that matter. So with that being said, I think I'll just exterminate you all." And Sasuke and Hinata kind of like gasped, and Neji was like, "Don't worry, Lady Hinata, I got you," like shit like that. And Guy was like, "Kakashi, I don't think this is going the way you planned." And Shikamaru was in the back like, "This is such a drag." And he shadow possessions Naruto. And Naruto like looks, and Shikamaru was like, "Listen, Naruto, you may be going through a tough time right now, but you can't just go around killing people." And Naruto looks at him and was like, "Oh yeah? You sure?" Because last time I checked, isn't that what a ninja does anyway? Whether it be for a mission or not for a mission. We inadvertently kill people all the time. Or just maybe, it may be because y'all think of me as some type of friend. Maybe it's because I'm the Nine Tails and you guys need me, right? And as like Kadeen, like she's starting to like come back to, so like 5 minutes past whatever this weird ass conversation that they're having. And like when she comes back to, Naruto's like looking around and he's like, "Look, bro, like I can't go back to that village. Because ever since I went back or came back, it's been like a prison. Every time I think of that village, I think of it as a prison. And everybody is a guard and I'm the only inmate. Everybody hates me for no reason. If they don't hate me, they fear me. So why would I go back? So the same cycle can happen over and over again." But he's not like, because it is nighttime. So he's not like talking. He's basically screaming this and, tears and shit. But I can't necessarily do that because I'm not the only one home and I don't feel like raising my fucking voice for a YouTube video. I'm sorry. So yeah, just picture him screaming that. And that I'm gonna be Hokage bullshit. Yeah. So Kakashi asks him like, "So what about becoming Hokage?" And Naruto was like, "Why would I want to become Hokage of the village that hates me? So I can change their minds by becoming Hokage? You have to be loved by the village to become Hokage. You have to have skill. You have to have power. I only have power and a little bit of skill. Well, a lot. But not the other part, the one part that you need to become Hokage. So why would I go back to a village and try to become Hokage knowing that I have no chance?" And like Naruto, like Hinata kind of like tries to walk up to Naruto, basically, and like tell him, that it's all right. But Sakura stops her, and was like, yeah, we don't know what we don't know if he's friend or foe right now. And Naruto stops and turns around and was like, friend or foe? Isn't foe what you use to describe your enemies? So, do you think of me as an enemy? Is that what this is? Is that why there's so many of you all? Because let me guess, the lower third gave y'all the permission to come and get me, or more or less the fox in me, right? The thing that killed my parents, right? That's what he came to get. That's what y'all came for. Oh, I see. So y'all not even cared about me to begin with. And Sasuke looks at Naruto and was like, Naruto, this game is beginning to become childish. But why do you continue playing? And Naruto turns and looks at him and was like, oh, it's simple. And like, this is like when Naruto kind of, breaks a little bit, like mentally, just a little bit, just enough. And just enough to where he's still in control, but he can use his full Kagune. In a sense, really. Well, he just pulls out his Kagune and was like, it's because I'm the strongest here. And he uses a smoke cloud, basically. Like, he hits the tree, which I'm gonna say creates a dust cloud or whatever, to break out of the shadow possession jutsu. And some of y'all might be like, well, how did he break out of the shadow possession jutsu? His Kagune was inside of him. Well, after he hit Karin away, it went back inside of him. And then, when they broke, when the smoke cloud broke, Naruto was sitting on one of the trees and was looking down on them with his full Kagune out and was like, you all think that I'm coming back to that village? You're funny. Anyway, I'll be taking her. And, he puts, he shows Karin, and it's like, I'll be taking her, and I'll be on my way. And then he jumps away using his Kagune, which is a lot farther than using your fucking feet to jump tree from tree. So yeah, that man's moving. And Kakashi was like, I didn't even see him with my Sharingan. And this the funny part about it was him and Sasuke were thinking the same thing. And Sasuke's is only a 1-time away, I think, and Kakashi's is a 3-time away. But Kakashi, I don't know. I'm not trying to make sense of it. I don't really care. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Anyway, so Naruto has her in his he has her wrapped in a thing. And he finally found the little a couple. I'm gonna say a couple of minutes pass, and they finally find the little bar that she that Tsunade likes hanging out in, and he goes in and he's like, I need help. Well, he puts his Kagune away and he goes in and he's like, I need help. This girl, she's injured. Because when Naruto hit her away, he broke a couple of her ribs and everything like that. And Tsunade, this is before Tsunade got dumb, stupid drunk. Anyway, so Tsunade, she walks up and she's like, what happened? And Naruto's like, I don't know. I fought in the woods with broken. Like she sounds like she has some broken ribs, and she got bite marks all over her body. And Tsunade looks at Naruto and sees that Naruto generally isn't necessarily worried, but he's just standing there in like the most calmest voice possible. He's telling her this. And Tsunade heals, like, it takes her an hour or two, but Tsunade does heal her. And Naruto, takes her, and Tsunade was like, but wait, she needs to recover, you can get a room here. And Naruto was like, no. Why? So you can call some Leaf Shinobi to come and get us? You're funny. And Tsunade was like, if you don't stay here, I'm gonna have to stop you by force. And Naruto turns around and was like, you have no idea what I am doing. And Tsunade was like, what do you mean? And then Naruto, like, in the middle of the bar, he pulls out his Kagune, like, he releases his Kagune. And Tsunade was like, oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this. And they're, like, on their way back to, they're on their way to where they, where they saw Naruto jump off. You can see, like, a huge dust cloud, right? And so they start heading to the dust cloud, and it's in a town, a small town. And when, they get there, they see a beaten Naruto, but a fully fledged Tsunade, basically, like, just a natural Tsunade. But, like, Naruto is, like, beaten, like, he's beaten badly. And Tsunade was like, now stay here while I go get some shinobi. And then she sees, she sees Kakashi and them, and she, like, waves him down, and she's like, yo, got some people that you can take back to your village, like, you could take back to the village, look like they're orphans and stuff like that. And Kakashi's like, yeah, I know, we were after them. And so Kakashi basically tells Kakashi basically tells Tsunade, like, you didn't have to do that, and I don't know why you did. And she was like, what? He was coming at me with killing intent, so what was I supposed to do in that? And Kakashi's like, no, you really shouldn't have done that. And Kakashi points back, and Karin is up at this time, but she feels bad for Naruto. So right now she's just sticking by Naruto because she feels bad and she wants to express how sorry she is to him. So when they look back, they see Karin, trying, like, protecting Naruto basically. And before, like, Naruto, well, as she's standing there, Naruto uses the, like, little, I don't know how to fucking explain it, like, little defense bullshits to envelop him and Karin basically in a ball. And Karin is like, what is this? And Naruto's like, just need a favor. And Karin was like, what do you need? Naruto was like, just a taste. And Karin looks at him, and Naruto's like, oh no, see, I haven't had anything to eat. And I can't heal as well as I'm supposed to without anything to eat. And she's watching this man Bones, like, come back into place and shit. And Naruto's like, come on. It'd be just a nibble. And Karin was like, but from where? And Naruto's like, it doesn't matter. I just need a nibble. And she, like, her neck. So Naruto gets up. And this is like, when Naruto moves, the ball moves too. So he bites her neck, and then like they come out, like the thing releases, and Naruto is fully healed, and Karin is on the floor. um, and like blood dripping on her neck and shit like that. So Kakashi was like, "Wait, no, what the fuck, Naruto? Stop, no, this isn't a fuck. You're not a fucking vampire. You're not. I'm like, just stop. Let me stop." So Kakashi was like, "Naruto, what did you just do?" And Naruto was like, "Aw, come on. She agreed to it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, she's healed. I'll be taking my leave." And he grabs her. And right now she looks limp as fuck, but she passed out. But it's okay. She's just limp. Because don't she this sounds so weird. She's been bitten before, but the way that Naruto bit her, it was like more intense, if that makes sense. It's like he bit her more vigorously than, he bit her. From her perspective, when she got bit, she just got like bit. But when Naruto bit her, it felt like he was trying to consume her, basically. Pause. Not pause, but yeah, you know what the fuck I mean. Damn it. I'm trying not to make this sound sexual. Yo. So, well, if you watch Tokyo Ghoul, you kind of have an understanding. Yeah, you know the sad truth about like how I'm trying to not make this shit sound. I'm trying to not make it gory, but not trying to I'm trying not to make it sound sexual, if that makes sense. Because like the way I just described that made it seem sexual. But anyway. Oof. Anyway, so Naruto, yeah. And this was happening like toward noon. So at night, like when it was actually nighttime. So now they did end up going back to the village with Kakashi and Guy and them, because she needed to give her thoughts on what they should do with Naruto, because she's legendary signing and no one has yet to get in contact with fucking Jiraiya. Like he's just out of the fucking, just gone. So Karin wakes up and Naruto's at a fire. Like he built like a little area, and they're in like yeah, he made a fire, and she basically tells him like, "Yo," well, she like grabs her neck and she feels the mark, and it's deeper than any other normal bite mark. And Naruto was like, "I'm sorry, we'll find someone else that can heal that one." And Karin tells him like she's sorry, and Naruto turned around and was like, "What do you mean?" And she was like, I'm sorry for assuming, these things about your life and how our lives are completely different, and they are. I just didn't think that your life was, as bad as mine." And Naruto turns around and was like, "Oh, really now?" The sad part about it is the fact that, never mind. That's me. That's an inside joke. Anyway, so like yeah, as she continues, Naruto's like, "Anyway, I killed something for us to eat." So yeah. And she grabs it and she's eating, and Naruto's like, "I understand now if you don't, wanna continue this with me. But yeah, I just wanna explore and do what I want for a change." And Naruto was like, "Anyway, I'm gonna go to sleep now, and if I wake up tomorrow and you mysteriously vanished, I understand. Wouldn't be the first time." First time isn't, that wouldn't be the first time he thought he had a friend, but you know, they vanished and all that shit. Yeah, anyway. Well, he's referring to the masked lady, but you know, we don't talk about that. So, well, we do, but it's not in this sense. So, you know, Naruto goes to sleep, and the next morning when he wakes up, he noticed that Karin's gone. So he doesn't necessarily, he's not mad, but he's a little disappointed. So he acts like he turns, oh fuck, I can't even say it. He tells her to, well, not her, but like he's getting ready to head out because he knows that he's still being looked for. And before he like gets up and starts moving, Karin comes back, and Naruto's like, I thought you were gonna leave. And Karin's like, no, I just went into town. There's a closer town to us. I went into town and I got some cloaks that we can wear. That way it's easy. It's not that hard. It's harder for them to spot you, if that makes sense. And Naruto was like, okay. So they put on the cloaks. And right before they head off, Karin stops Naruto just one time. She's like, wait, maybe we don't get this one healed. And Naruto's like, wait, what? And this is where I'm gonna be ending this part off. I hope y'all enjoyed. I've actually been recording this video for a decent amount of time. Remember, if you want to join my Discord, you have to add my new account. It's Shinobi LX. I think it's 3664. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.